So, it's going on. People, please come a little bit closer. Like in the front row. Come on, people. Don't be so shy. Yeah, you can do it. So, people from here, let's go in the front and hear this awesome speaker talk. Okay, so you're just gonna have to engage them really hard.
Of course.
So, our next speaker is Dr. Uve Samuels. He's the managing director from Square. So, thank you for having us. And he has from what I heard, a real passion for intertwining economy and science. And he's gonna talk about dual innovations. I'm really excited. So, stage is yours.
Thank you very much for this very friendly introduction, and thank you for joining this speak, hopefully. So I want to explain how a university can drive innovation. So everybody here is talking about innovation, and everybody is doing a lot of in this field, but what kind of special power can drive a university in such a system? So this is where I want to talk about. The first slide shows what's happened in Europe. What is our current situation? So startups, small and medium enterprises, and also the large ones have a lot of trouble for finding new business concept, digital ideas for doing business. So still a lot of problems we see all around Europe. But we see much more problems in 3 other fields, so that universities do not really helping companies to do that or go this way. And we see that open innovation and also work in ecosystem is still not really the standard in our innovation system in Europe and especially in Germany. And I want to explain how we can change this very soon, because HSBA and Square, the HSBA Innovation Hub, is already there, and I will explain you a little bit about how we can use it. But before, I want to start what are lessons learned from other innovation hubs. And when we look to America and when we look to China, we can see that universities have a different setup. So the major thing is that universities work very close together with industries. So this is totally different in general to Germany. And the second thing that's totally different is the aim of education. So here we look in general for theory and to apply this theory. This is our aim of education. And when we look to America, especially to Stanford, especially to MIT, we see there's a different strategy aim. They work in product building. So every student has to work together with other ones to find new business concepts, idea, and then build them up and deliver. So there's a different construction and a different design of education and universities system, and that is something we want to change. And we change it definitely yet, because we started Square. And Square is the sister of our HSBA. The HSBA, probably the most of you already know, with a very powerful university of applied science here in Hamburg. We have more than 250 cooperating companies, 1,000 students. And what we do is exactly what a university has to do. We have very fantastic bachelor programs, very powerful master programs, all the things typically for a university here. And the part of Square, the sister, you can see on the right-hand side, is to do something else. The aim is product building, as I already mentioned. And we use a method called open innovation. So we work together with other ones. We open our house, as you can realize today and yesterday. So we invite people to come in, to talk to each other and do something together. This is our mission. And of course, HSBA Square is a hub. So it's our what we believe too is that we can do things together much, much better than everybody alone. So we bring it together here in our square. And for that reason, Square is a hub. So we invite other universities, we invite companies, we invite other players like 12 Minutes Me to come here and work together with all the other ones. So this why we stay here in the city center of Hamburg and why we are so happy to have all you here on this conference. And ecosystem. So for growth and for development of new business concepts of startups or corporate startups, the ideas from corporates that are designed to force innovation, need a surrounding environment where they can have contact to other players, to learn from them, to have data, to have customers, all these things. For that reason, you need an ecosystem. And HSBA, as I already mentioned, we have 250 cooperating companies, 3,000 alumni in different corporates in Germany or worldwide. And we use exactly this network to open that for our Square HSBR Innovation Hub. So, and the power was as explained at the beginning on, we can describe it mathematically. And we found a way to describe it in that way, that we bring together the innovation power of university and the innovation power of companies in this building. And these two innovation powers do interact and they force each other. And as a result, E1 and E2 can be multiplied, and this is I square. And that's the reason why this building is called Square, and our hub is called Square, because we believe that this interaction of university and companies is exactly what we need to force innovation. And in the center, product building, and we described and found a way how we can do it very simple and easily, because it's a complex topic, of course, but we divide it in 3 steps. So we start to find exploration possibilities to bring ideas like we do together and yesterday. And the second step, to give support to find prototypes and develop prototypes very fast using all these agile methods you probably already use. We do it here and do it together with professors, with lecturers, with students, so we can bring all this power from a university into this project setups. And the third step is, of course, operation. So we're not stopping after developing an idea. We want to build up, and we already build up, running companies. A system that really works. So it has to show that they are really useful for customer demands. And every idea, every concept we find out and we developed, we challenge that on our own scorecard, because we see that the 2 dimensions, university and business success, is definitely something that is clear after my first words. But we find also 2 other perspectives that we put in our scorecard. And one is digitalization. So it's very clear for all of you, but it's not really clear in all the companies. So we're really looking for disruptive technologies, that we are really willing to use them to find something totally new, and have the right attitude to do that very strong. Otherwise, this cannot be successful on a long term. And for that, we focus our strategy to that dimension. But there's also the 4th dimension that we are very clear that has to be fulfilled, and this is responsibility. And perhaps this is also something that can help us to find a position that is very strong for Europe in comparison to platforms from America and from China. Responsibility for our world, for customers, for every global sustainable goals. We look to find how we can drive also this dimension with our business concepts, with the companies we are creating. So this Square scorecard is hopefully very clear, very simple, and make sure that we're looking in the right dimensions when we are developing new concepts and ideas. So, and this slide, it's probably a little bit complex, but it shows exactly our ecosystem. We have 250 cooperating companies. We have 1,000 entrepreneurs in the Versammlung eines ehrbaren Kaufmanns von Hamburg, who are one of our owners of HSBA. We have very strong links to them. We also have strong link to all the alumni, 3,000. Next Saturday we celebrate our summer homecoming, and we can talk to them and make use of it when we have such a good connection to them. And also we have several startups already coming from HSBA students. So more than 60 we already have. We have more than 100 projects during the last years where we have developed new business concept. And we can use all this context we have in our system to use it for driving innovation. So this is why we use our ecosystem. So open innovation, share your ideas. Perhaps someone else can use something of it also for their interest, but at the end, everybody is a winner, because you can also have insights from them and use it for your business. So we have to open our mind and collaboration. Otherwise, we cannot find no solutions, because all the verticals we have to work together. And when we are not connecting them, they have a lot of trouble, because digital startups, they already use this journey across all the verticals. And for that reason, also verticals has to go exactly that way. So, and one example, very short, very briefly, company located here in Hamburg, very successful worldwide, active, has a market share from approximately 30%, a technical solution supplier, and we find a new way of using 3D printing for their business. So it's much easier, much faster, much more customer centricity, and we have developed such a system very soon, very quick, and this one I want to share with you. And coming to the end, if you are looking for education, of course, this is the most powerful part of a university, but also when you're looking for innovation and for acceleration, Square and HSBA, in our opinion, is the best player to do that. And when we are doing this way, of course, we have still the situation and we go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So now it's the time again for questions. Don't be so shy. Anything you want to know? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Axel. I'm an engineer, and from my side, it's always the question: how much innovation actually comes from the business schools, and how much actually from the technical schools, the engineering schools?
Thank you for this question. One of the main reasons why we founded Square and develop a hub is the reason that we need interaction of all the different disciplines. So engineers, chemistries, scientists in every field have to work together, because the problems are very complex always. And when we bring them here together and building a team, the best team we can fit for every single project, this is exactly what we are doing. And for that, we are pretty sure that we need more technology, more techniques. So if you're someone doing exactly this, come in and we talk about what we can do together.
Another question. Now it's your time. Maybe you said it all. No, maybe then could you maybe tell us something about like your favorite project?
My favorite project?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk again about Square. This is definitely one of my favorite project. But HSBA in general is fascinating. So it's very young, 14 years old, but we have so a lot of supporters in all the different companies. We have so powerful students. I love it, really, always to talk together, work together, find ideas. And currently, for one example I can mention here, we doing a hackathon with our own. Hack Your HSBA will become in October. So our students are invited to make HSBA better and better and better. So this is, I like.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Coming down.
Hey, could you elaborate a bit on how you put together your responsibility score on your scorecard?
So this is, in different projects, we have different scope on that topic, of course. But in general, we have a leitmotif in our university, it's the ehrbarer Kaufmann. So we feel responsible for our heritage. So this is something that was in the past. But we have also a dimension of responsibility for the future. So when we are not changing things that we do currently in that way, in another way now, we lose our possibility to drive our future by our own. So this is, in general, perhaps something that makes more clear when we talk about responsibility. So, and when we look into supply chain, for example, we see a lot of problems, and we look exactly in that way, as I described, to find a way how we can change something in a better way.
Another question. Yeah.
Hi, yeah, my question goes in the direction as you are kind of co-hosting the event here or having your building. What's your biggest takeaway from doing a conference like this, and what have you learned from it so far?
Very friendly, powerful people, so many of them. This is so amazing to share this house with all of you, talk to each other, find new ideas, new partners. So this is the main thing. And the festival, yeah, in the city center of Hamburg. Woo, that's great.
Woo. Thank you again for having us. So.
Hey. Do you have recurring events here at Square? So except of this conference taking place once a year, or I don't know how often it's taking place, first time, yes, I know. But do you have recurring events where your students, your alumni and the companies are coming in?
Of course, we have already. We use for our lounge such a kind of event. So we have had last year's nearly approximately 6,000 people joining our lounges, and we talk about what's happened in digitalization in shipping or in logistics or in media. So this is one of the things, but of course we will do more and more exactly going in this direction.
One last question. Something you want to know? No? Maybe everybody is feeling really hot. So, Dr. Uve Samuels, thank you.
Thank you.